Wonderful poems, pretty. Children game the tangram. The power of smile, the power of gun can kill, and the power of fire can burn. The power of wind can chill, and the power of mind can learn. The power of anger can rage inside until it tears you apart. But the power of smile, especially yours, can heal a frozen heart. Genesis first. There was nothing, not even a faint echo of the song. Loneliness was there for me until you came along. There was a gleam of stars in your eyes. I thought I would never feel this way again, but you were the one to reach into my heart and find in me a friend. I could not ignore the magnetism that I felt when you were near, and my any problem plaguing my mind would suddenly disappear. It was the rebirth of my heart, and the day you became my friend, because I knew from the moment I held you that I could find love again. Love within a storm, we made love within a storm. In the midst of the passion and joy, somewhere, somehow, our true bond of friendship was lost. In the eye of the storm, the rain always falls harder. Those who prevail this trauma will learn to bring their love farther. But now the storm has passed and the seas of our friendship are calm. But as long as I live, I'll remember the love within the storm. All of my life, I dreamed of meeting one with immense beauty, and once I found her, I would charm her, and she would be mine forever. I have found her, and indeed, she is all I wished for and more. But she is nor charmed nor intrigued. Then I think to myself, what can I offer her? The tears warm my eyes and blood my voice shrink. I stick my I stick to my stance of bravado and give her the same uninterested look she gave me. She has was so beautiful, but what can I offer her? You are the omega of my heart, the foundation for the conception of love. When I think of what a black woman should be, it's you that I first think of. You will never fully understand how deeply my heart feels for you. I worry that will grow apart, and I'll end up losing you. You bring me to the climax without sex, and you do it all with a regal grace. You are my heart in human form, a friend I could never replace. The day you choose to leave me, you rain constantly outside. In truth, I saw the rain to be the tears in Cupid's eyes. I ran outside to feel the rain. I stayed outside a while. When the rain was done, along with us came the sun, and this was Cupid's smile. With my eyes closed, I can see. We have a chance to discover ecstasy, with the clouds of doubt have made you blind. So you are afraid of the emotion that you may find. I know that you have been hurt before, but this is no excuse for you to know the seed that Cupid implanted in hopes that we could sow. This infant emotion deserves to breathe, so why don't you let it grow? A neglected flower will wither, and on its own it will surely die. But with honesty, passion, and mutual respect, we can soar beyond the sky. So please don't follow what you see, follow the rhythm within your heart. Believe in my thought. You cannot see what lies within the dark. In the midst of the passion, two figures stand immersed in ecstasy, join hand in hand. Words are unnecessary, feelings are heard. The body takes control, deaf to words. It is at this stage that I think of you in gratitude for this joy you have exposed me to. Every day in bright with you as the dawn, with the collapse of each night, a strong bond is born in the midst of the passion. I remember your kiss, I reminisce about your touch, and suddenly miss the scent you wear and the tone of your voice. Only you can be my voice. In the midst of passion, I see you and me lost in constant ecstasy. Two people with a zero wish. There were two people with one wish, to live a life filled with love to God. They would pray that together, they would stay under the stars above, or someone else made a wish at the same time on the same breath. And although the wish for love was granted, so was this evil wish for death. Now I make a wish. See, with tears and laughter, it is my wish that these two loves are united in the hereafter. Hours pass by as I think of you in my arms and what it would be like to make love. I think of you raising my seed and what they would be made of. I think of how alone I was before you came to me. I think of the joy I felt when you said you thought of me. I'm proud to be the heart you choose to be. A friend hours pass by and Cupid cries until we meet again. Just a breath of freedom held captive for you politics. They wanted to break your soul. They ordered the extermination of all minds that couldn't control. For you, the fate was far worse. Then just a brutal homicide. They cage you like an animal and watch you slowly die inside, and you breathe your first air of freedom on the day you become a free man. Raise your regal broad in pride, for now you are in God's hands. A life of meaning were given, so that the day would one day come when the devil's own power of at Pretoria would pay for the evil crimes they have done. For Mrs. Hawkins, this poem is addressed to Mrs. Hawkins, who lost her two sundresses society. I am not out to offend the positive souls, only the restless dogs who lied to me, and American culture plagued with nights. Like the night Yusuf was killed, if I were reversed, it would be the work of the savage, but this white killer was just strong-willed with the blood of the Malcolm in my veins. America will never rest if Yusuf dies in vain. The sun and the moon are yours, are similar to the rays of the sun, warm to many but too strong for some. The more you are needed, the brighter you shine. Watched for too long, and your brilliance will blind the eyes of the mortal men who threaten you with doom. They regret to see you set, but it is time for the moon. It will be like a panther, asking a panther hunter to some meet all high schools dropouts are not dumb. All unemployed aren't lazy, and there are many days I hunger. But I would go hungry and homeless before the American government gets my soul family tree. Because we all spring from the different trees, we are not created equally, is the true beauty of the tree. Or in the vast forest in which it breathes, the tree must fight to breed. Among the evils of the weeds, I find greatness in the trees that grow against all odds. It blossoms in darkness and gives birth to promising gods. I was the tree who grew from weeds and wasn't meant to be. Ashamed I'm not, in fact I'm proud of my thriving family tree for my soul. The choice is no longer for poverty. Your solo government assistant, I'm 18 in a country with no path for a young unaddicted black youth with a dream instead of I'm dying, giving the ultimatum. When your hero falls, the choice is no stranger to poverty. Your solo government assistant, I'm 18 in a country with no path. For a young unaddicted black youth with a dream instead, I'm giving the ultimatum. Untitled strength is overcome by weakness. Joy is overcome by pain. The night is overcome by brightness, and the love remains the same. You are ripping us apart. Before you came, the triangle never broke. We were bonded and made it as one. But as the two pushed you away, the one got weak and embraced you. Now you are ripping us apart. The worst feeling of helplessness, the greatest pain have rested in my heart. The vision of heaven fades. My hero has been defeated by you, and now that I can do, watch as you destroy us and our love is finally through. I know the worst is here. I feel it in my heart. You got into the circle. Now you are tearing us apart. A river that flows forever as long as some suffer. The river flows forever as long as there is pain. Rivers flows forever as long as a smile can be. A river flows forever as long as you are with me. We'll ride the river together. Tears of a teenage mother. He's bragging about his new Jordans. The baby just ran out of milk. He's buying gold every 2 weeks. The baby's just ran out of Pampers. He's buying clothes for his new girl, and the baby just ran out of medicine. You ask for the money for the baby. The baby just ran out of the door. Where there is a will, there is a way. To search and discover a better day, where a positive heart is all you need to rise beyond and succeed, where young myths grow and respect each other based on their deeds and not their color. When times are dim, say as I say, where there is a will, there is a way. Liberty needs glass, excuse me, but Lady Liberty needs glasses, and so does Mrs. Justice by her side. Both the broads are blind as bats stumbling through the system, Justice bumped into Mutulu and tripling on Joromino Pratt by stepped right over Oliver and his crook partner Ron. Justice tucked her big toe on Mandela. The liberty was muscued by the Indian slavery by the learning phrase, forgotten without a birthday, while justice is on the rampage. For endangered, surviving black males, I mean, really, anyone really valued life and cared about the masses, they would take them both to Penn Optical and get 2 pairs of glasses. Sometimes I wonder about this race because we must be blind as hell to think we live in equality. Where Nelson Mandela rots in a jail cell, where the shore of the Howard Beach are full of the African corpses and those that do live to be 18 Burmese to be joined the armed forces. This so-called home of the brave, why isn't anybody backing us up when they seize crooked as redneck cops constantly jacking us up? Now I bet some punk will say I'm a racist. I can tell by the way you smile at me that I remember George Jackson, Hugh Newton and the corridor to hell with Lady Liberty. The promise. I will give you liberty, but first give me your spirit. This I must confiscate because the evil fear it. I too would be afraid of passion governed by reason and open mind to trying times. When corruption is in season, the promise that they would claim to be completely true is hypocrisy as is fine as a trick to silence you. Never will I believe a promise until from the masters of the art trickery does not succeed with those with honest hearts. No win. Dream poem. Backed in a corner, alone and very confused, tired of running away, my manhood has been abused. Not my choice to be so blunt, but you must fight fire with flame. I allowed myself to run once and was haunted by the shame. If I must kill, I will, and if I must do it again, I will, but the situation is no win. Unanswerable question. When will there be peace on earth when the earth falls to pieces? I pour my heart into this poem and look for the meaning of life. The rich and powerful always prevail, and the less fortunate strive through strife. Mistakes are made to be forgiven. We are too young to stress and suffer at the path of purity and positivity has always ridden truffle. Your insatiable desire to find perfection has made your result magnified. Curiosity can take blame for the evil that makes you cry. It isn't a good feeling when you disobey your heart. The nightmares haunt your soul and your nerves are ripped apart. So I say goodbye. I'm going into this not knowing what I'll find, but I have decided to follow my heart and abandon my mind. And if there is a pain, I know that at least I give my all, and it is better to have loved and lost than to have not loved at all. In morning I may wake up to smile or maybe to cry, but first to those of my past I must say goodbye. River of time. I was looking back on faded dreams from yesterday like a brush from my past. They painted the evening sky, but the current so strong I couldn't hold on. They kept rolling by, and all the colors bled into the river of time. The innocent child face in the midst of the river of time. An angry young man is shaking his fist on the river of time. Roll on river of time, rage on river of time. There are faces and places I hold sacred. Some I have passed along the way, some live on in memory. Some I have passed along the way with the wind from a storm. A river is born, winding down to the sea, and the river of time keeps on rolling through eternity. The angry young man learns how to forgive on the river of time. He holds an innocent child in his arms on the river of time. Roll on river of time, rage on river of time. Living and dreaming in the world full of fear, playing the feeling that carried me here today, lost in the memories of the days gone by, running on the empty and the wells run dry. Today it's so far away that I could fade away, but I will fly. Cross this river of tears, and I'll fly. Cross this river of tears because a lonely heart could die alone in this river of tears. I could hear thunder, but I couldn't. I feel the rain. I fell down under this dangerous game we played is so far away that I could fade away, but I'll fly across this river of tears, and I'll fly across this river of tears because a lonely heart would die alone in this river of tears. So I could fade away. But I'll fly across this river of tears, and I'll fly across this river of tears because a lonely heart would die alone. River of love. My heart's been thirsty, my spirit's running dry, and I feel a drop of the rain. I see the lightning striking the sky. Sometimes a stone can bring a change. Now your love coming back like the water all around me. This feeling here inside is rising like a tide in the sea. Take me away on the river of the love. I want to go where you go. Take me away on the river of the love. Just let me roll with the flow of the river of love. Now I don't worry about what's round the bends as long as you're on my side. My destination is right where I am. I'm just enjoying the river of the Rhine. When I needed your love, it rained down from above me. Now I am over my head, and it can feel it set me free. Take me away on the river of love. I wanna go where you go. Take me away on the river of love. Just let me roll with the flow on the river of love. Oh yeah, on the river of love. Oh yeah, on the river of love. Living tools dance, the dancer's shoes lay alone. Arms wrapped around your bodies in a deep sleep, they fell upon them like a heavy cloak. Yes, still there's a rigidity. They remain poised and ready for action, waiting for the master's hand to break them from their resting spot. They pale pink flesh seems to move, for the spirit can always be seen for those aware to the heart, and when loving be their art, they can mold it into a delicate food to become one. Strength and being, they retain that spirit awakened. They stretch and groan, announcing their presence with joy. This is what they live for, with the strength of the bodybuilder. These muscled men, disguised as princesses, bear the low jumping and spinning until once again they return to slumber, arms wrapped around tightly, severing the spirit of it all. Babies dance. Dance, little baby. Dance up high, never mind, baby, mother is by. Crow and caper, caper and crow, dear little baby, there you go, up to the ceiling, down to the ground, backwards and forwards, round and round dance. Little baby and mother shall sing with the merry chorale, ding, ding, ding. Indian dances, eyes ravished with rapture, celestial panting. What passionate bosom, flaming with fire, drink deep of the hush of the hanging heavens that glimmer around them in fountain of light. Oh, wild and entrancing the strain of keen music that cleaved the stars like a veil of desire, and beautiful dancers with horse-like faces bewitched the voluptuous watches of night. The scents of the red roses and the sandalwood flutter and dye in the mist of their gleam. Gem-tangled hair and smiles are entwined with magical serpents and poppies of lips that are opinionated sweet. Their glittering garments of purple are burning with tremendous dawns of the quivering air, and is exquisite, subtle and slow are the tinkle and trade of their rhythmical slumber of soft beat. Now silent, no singing and swinging like blossoms that blend into the breezes of showers. Now when tauntly winding, they flash, now they falter and lingering languish in reddened joy. Their jewel-girt arms and warm, wavering lily-long finger enchant through melodious hours. Eyes ravished with rapture, celestial painting with what passionate bosom of flaming the fire. The dance. See how like this. Waves circulate, the airy dances flee, and scarcely feel the fluid that wings of those harmonious feet. Oh, are they flying shadows? Are they native forms set free of phantoms in the fairy ring that summer moonbeams see? As the gentle fear blown, some lightness flees in air as skips that skim Down the tide, when silver waves are fed, so suppose that I sigh footsteps to the heat of that sweet measure as music wax the former lofted this melodious pleasure, now breaking through the woven chain of the entangled dance, from where the ranks of the thickest friends are born prepared at once. The path they leave behind and lost, wide open, the path beyond, the way unfolds or closes up as by a magic wand. See now they vanish from the trees of in wild confusion blended, all in sweet joy's world again, the gentle world is entered, no dissenting till glides the north. The gay disordered ranges, the only system ruling here regrets that ever changes. For it destroy, for it renewed worlds on that fair creation, and yet one peaceful law can still pervade in each mutation. And what can to the reeling maze breathe harmony and vigor and give an order and repose to every flying figure? That each a ruler of himself doth but unto himself obey, yet through the hurrying courses still keeps his own appointed way. What wouldst thou know? It is in truth the mighty power of the tune, the power that every step obeys as tides obey the moon, that threaten with the golden clue the intricate employment, comes morning strength to tranquil grace, and tames the wild enjoyment, and comes the world's wide harmony when upon thine ears. The stream of the music borne aloft from yonder chortle spheres, the feelst thou not the measure which eternal nature keeps, and whirling dance forever held in the yonder azure deeps. The sun that wheels in varying maids, that music thou discerns, no, thou canst honor that in sport, which thou forgets in earnest. Wow. Ballad is beauty in the making, line of sight. Do you know what it means? What do you think of silly Gilliam? Pointy shoes. Yes, I know it's painful for some, but must surely make me feel like an angel on a cloud. Angels must dream of ballerinas, don't you think? Line dancing. Folks think it's easy, it's not. When it's done right, you get red hot. You have to learn grapevines and cellar steps and other stuff like Applejacks and Montres, shuffles and storms in different ways. Which way to turn in four walls dances? You have to know, no taking chances. The teacher tells you this one's easy and makes it sound so bright and breezy. Easy, my word, it's complicated. But we must learn it before it's dated. So every week we sweat in its rain before it's instilled into the brain. Once it is there, it's satisfying, although it was sometimes very trying. Sweet dance, the girl goes dancing there. On the leaves so new, mown, smooth, cross plot of the garden, escape from the bitter youth, escape out of her crowd or out of a black cloud. Our dancer, our sweet dancer. If strange men come from the house, lead her away. To lead her away, do not say that she is happy being crazy. Lead them gently astray. Let her finish her dance. Let her finish her dance. The dancer, our sweet dancer. That she's young, have I the right even to name her child? It is not love I offer, your quick limbs, your eyes, only the barren moment of an old man whom time crucifies. Take my hand a moment in the dancing during in sly pleasure, and the dry art breath of age, and lead me under the boughs of innocence. Let me smell my youth again in your hair. Where does the dance begin? Where does it end? Don't call this world adorable or useful. That's not it. It's frisky and a theatre for more than fair winds. The eyelash of the lightning is neither good nor evil. The struck tree burns like a pillar of coal, but the blue wind sings straight to the white feet of the trees. Those mouth opens. Doesn't the wind turning in circle invent a dance? Haven't the flowers moved slowly across Asia, then Europe, until at last now they shine in your own yard? Don't call this world an explanation or even an education. When the Sufi poet world was he looking outward to the mountains so solidly there in the white-capped ring, or was he looking into the center of everything, the seed, the egg, the idea? There was also there, beautiful as a thumb, curved and touching the finger tenderly, little love ring as he whirled, oh jug of bread in the garden of the Javanese dancers. Twist strings, the clang of metal beating drums, dull, shrill, continuous disquieting. I know the till the dancer comes undulantly with cat-like steps that cling, smiling between her painted lips, a smile motionless and intelligible. She winds her fingers into mazy lines that scarves across her fingers twine the while. 1, 2, 3, 4, glide forth and to and fro, delicately and imperceptibly, now swing gently in a row, now interthreading slowly and rhythmically, still with fixed eyes, monotonously, still mysteriously, with smiles animate, with lingering feet that undulate, with sinuous fingers, spectral hands that thrill. In measure, while the knots of music whir, the little amber-colored dancers move like painted idols seem to stir by the adulterators in the magic room. I praise the dance, for it frees people from the heaviness of matters and binds the isolated community. I praise the dance which demands everything, health and clear spirit and beyond soul. Dance is a transformation from a space of time of people. We are in constant danger of becoming all brain, will and feeling. Dancing demands a whole person, one who's firmly anchored in the center of his life, who's not obsessed by lust of people and things, and the demon of isolation in his own ego. Dancing demands a free person, one who vibrates with the equipoise of all his powers. I praise the dance, oh man, learn to dance, or else the angels in heaven will not know what to do with you. The lost dancer, special depths of being survived. The birth of the dead, recurrences of me dancing on the earth of sand, vibration of the sun's dancer, vibe the sand elects vibes. The dancer, he can find no souls, the magic he adequate to bind the sand upon his feet upon his dance upon the diamond body of his being. Dances like life. Learning to dance is like life. You may take baby steps, tiny leaps and jumps. Someone's always there when you cry. Things are starting to come together. Your once new shoes are feeling softer and worn. Each delicate point is becoming more like an arch. Leaps and kicks become stronger each time. Soon you realize your every jump and kick is right. Their steps are fluid, pouring out in a jar. Every day you're dwelling into a new adventure. Every dance you dance makes you a star. Poems of connection. We all flow from one fountain, soul, all expressions of one love. God does not appear and flow out from narrow chinks and brown wood wells. Here and there is favored places and places, but he flows in grand unavoided currents, shoulders and boundaries over trees and forms and all kinds of civilizations and peoples and peace, saturating all and fountainizing all. A ritual to read to each other. If you don't know the kind of the person I am, and I don't know what kind of person you are, a pattern what that others may prevail in the world, and following the wrong God whom we may miss our star. For there is many a small betrayal in the mind, a shrug that lets the fragile sequence break, sending which shouts the horrible errors of childhood storming out the stage in the and his elephant's parrot holding each elephant's tail. But if one wanders the circuit, won't find the park. I call it cruel, and maybe the root of all cruelty, to know what occurs but not recognize the fact. And so I appeal to a voice, to something shadowy, a remote, important religion in all who talk. Though we would fool each other, we should consider lest the parade of our mutual life get lost in the dark. For it is important that we awake people be awake, and or a breaking line may discourage them black to sleep. The signal we give yes or no, or maybe should be clear. The darkness around us is deep. Wax wings. 4 tall philosophers, as said of wax wings. Chat on February, Berry Bush. In sun and I'm one. Such merriment and such sobriety, the small white